Hey yo, and welcome back to Perplexion Season 1. And I think just to get started right away, we're just gonna go and make our diamond helmet, and that'll be our diamond armor for the episode. And I just want to get it out of the way because I have some projects planned for today, and we're gonna be doing quite a bit. So let's just get things rolling and let's go. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go make this diamond helmet super quick. Now, for at least one of the projects I have planned for today, I do want to upgrade this. So I have a bamboo farm down here, and I've used this farm a little bit, but it's super slow. So I want to not only make it like bigger, but I want to possibly see if there's a way to optimize it. So I'm gonna probably just dig out this tunnel and use this as the bamboo farm, so it's hidden and I don't really have to make a building for it. So just to get it started, I'm gonna dig out this tunnel a little bit, so we can start extending it out this way. And then we have plenty of redstone, so I'm gonna make tons of this stuff. Since now we have the iron for the pistons, we have plenty of redstone. I might need some more quartz though, we'll see. Alright, so I've decided to actually switch all this to stone brick, just so I can tell the difference between this and the rest of the tunnel. So I'm just going to replace all these with some stone bricks, remove this. At the moment I have some actual minecarts in here. I have another idea for this, so this is all going to be gone. This will be open on this side, just like that. So we're going to cut out this as well. There we go. Throw a torch over here. And then a cat has spawned down here. Cattle? Oh, we're right underneath our villager breeder. So cats can spawn down here. Hopefully that won't be a problem. And then for now I'm going to remove these just so I can see what I'm working with. For the actual functioning part of it, this will all be the same. So we just need slabs all the way along here. There will be redstone dust on top. I'll show that. Redstone, so the observer observes the bamboo that grows to this block and powers the piston. And what that piston does is chops this part right here, so these two blocks disappear, and then the bottom layer will continue growing. So we're just going to do the same thing on this side, so it would be bamboo, and then we need our slabs on this layer. Now I have a ton of extra redstone in these chests right here, so I'm just going to grab some of it from here, and then we can head back down there and place all of it. So we're just going to place redstone all along there, looks like all of it. And then we're just going to place redstone on this side as well. Make sure it's all there. Yep. And now I'm going to actually go grab some minecart rails, and I'll show you why in a second. And along here, I'm just going to place a bunch of these rails, and then place powered rails every once in a while to boost the minecart. And now that track goes back and forth over and over again. And I think I might actually push this back one and move it up here and add more storage to it. Behind this will be some hoppers. I'm moving all the rails back. That will now deposit into these chests. We're just going to start this minecart now. Just watch it to make sure that it does in fact make it all the way there and comes back. Now we need to place the dirt over top of it where the bamboo will grow. Now we can start placing all of our pistons and our observers just to test them. That side works, and so does this. Now all we should need is to fill this in. And we place our glass along here. Now all we have to do is plant all of our bamboo along the bottom, and then we just wait. And it looks like this side has already grown a little bit and set off, so now we just wait. Yep, and we have our bamboo. Now the only thing that I might change about this is setting it so when it goes across that hopper, it won't continue going around the cycle until this side actually like fills up. So like once the minecart is empty, it will get released again. But that's probably something I need to design in a creative world first, because I'm not completely sure how to do it. But yeah, so it's already working and slowly depositing all of our bamboo. Alright, so the problem with it was I feel like it was going to get clogged just because it was picking up too much and not depositing it fast enough. So what I did here was split it into 2 different tracks, and then we put some minecart unloaders here. Just to explain it super quick, basically when a minecart comes up here, it starts depositing items into the hopper. Now when there's an item in this hopper, this comparator sends out a signal to this redstone torch, disabling the repeater, disabling this block, which is powering this. So it shuts off this powered rail, stops the minecart from moving, and until this is empty again. So once this is empty again, this reverts back to its powered state, which powers the repeater, and the powered rail becomes powered again, sending it back off the minecart, back off to the track. And already we've gathered quite a bit of bamboo, which is a whole lot faster than it was before. So I think our task of upgrading our bamboo farm was definitely successful. And all we gotta do is cover this back up and act like this isn't even back here. And that's our bamboo farm. So we'll just come in here and check every once in a while. It should be running pretty fast and gathering plenty of bamboo just from us being around this area. So we don't have to AFK down here necessarily, but it'll be passively making bamboo in the background. Now you may ask, what exactly do I need bamboo for? Well, one, we've got the bamboo thatch roofs that we do for our buildings around here. And also in the Nether, you might have seen how I'm using scaffolding to lay out the paths until we have the stuff for the Nether hub. So I do want to connect up at least the stronghold portal to that system that I have going on. And for that, we need bamboo, which I am out of at the moment. So I'm getting a bunch of that. We already have the string from the spider farm. We actually have a little bit of string in here. There's stacks. There's actually a double chest full of string down there. And we can make all the scaffolding needed to lay that out. So I'm going to go do that. And then I think we'll find something else to do. And actually, now that I'm in here looking at this area, I kind of wish I had the design with some bright colors, because the darkness, whilst it is the Nether, I don't like how dark it is, especially when you're going through in the Nether hub. I feel like it should contrast with the rest of the Nether. So I think I'm going to redesign it. Even though that took me a while to design, it'll be fine. Alright, so this is what I came up with for the Nether hub, which is like 10 times brighter. It still uses black, and I did this fog thing, which sadly doesn't work upwards with whatever resource pack we have, and some weird calling thing with the glass. It doesn't work upwards, so it's only on the bottom. Just to make it brighter, I used a ton of copper and some lava underneath these grates. So we'll have to grind out a bunch of this copper, but overall, it's a much easier resource list, like much better than the skulk that I had in the other design, and it's also a whole lot brighter. Now it's the same idea with the lecterns, where you put your base in, and I actually made use of armor stands, so each direction, instead of the like letters, which I tried but didn't look as good. So in each direction, we have the same kind of tunnel, and I made use of iron pressure plates. Since we have the iron farm, it'll be super easy to use these to spawn proof. And I just have this repeating design with some glowstone up here. And I think actually I'm going to change these out just to be one long line. But each side is the same thing. It just continues on as far as we need it to. It's a repeatable design. So super easy, lots of patterns, which in normal builds wouldn't be super great, but since it's a Nether hub, everything being symmetrical actually kind of works. But now that we have something a little bit more achievable at this point in the game, let's hop back into this server and I think start gathering copper so that we can start gathering materials for the hub. And since we designed that, I've already gathered some materials. We have tons of concrete, which probably still isn't enough. We have probably close to enough copper. I still need to go mining for some more. Some of the glass, we ran out of black dye, like from insects, so I couldn't finish turning all of this into black glass just yet. And we have some tough, we gotta get some more of that. But yeah, since we have some of the materials already and I don't really want to grind this entire time, I think we're starting to already outgrow this area. And like we saw last episode, our valuables chest is already like filled up and we kind of need to upgrade our storage. This has been filling up over and over again. So we even have that pile over there of chests so that we can continue filling up because we're out of space. And I think it might be time to upgrade a bit. And so I think it might be time to kind of wrap up what we got going on here and head out to our new area. And I said all the way back in episode 1, I talked about like doing a resort and stuff. But since then I've kind of changed my mind a little bit to a certain extent. And I kind of want to stray away from the beach vibe, which the resort would have been because we've already kind of done it with our starter base here. And I was thinking more maybe a national park kind of thing. And I was kind of thinking that this national park could also have a mini resort inside. But rather than like an actual resort, I was thinking maybe we could do cabins throughout the entire national park. And it's going to all have custom landscaping. And that custom landscape would include probably some more like conifer or pine trees rather than the beachy and palm trees. And I think it would be a great opportunity to probably build some mountains since I haven't done that just yet in any of my worlds. And I said I wanted to get a little bit of landscaping experience on this world, at least during the season. So I think it would be a perfect opportunity for that. But within this forest, I wanted to have maybe some cabins as the resort part. So we're still getting a little bit of that resort idea. And maybe we can still even head out to that resort area and still build something out there if we can get our national park done in time. But in order for us to actually build anything, we kind of have to head out there. So we're going to make a little bit of a portable to-do list in a book and quill here rather than having it on the wall, especially because we're going to be traveling and probably being out of this base for a while, and then we'll eventually move. I think it would be a good idea to have this. So to do, and then I think we'll just have like a coordinate page, and the coordinates of the new base location are a decent ways away. So we should get traveling now so we can get there pretty soon. Now I was thinking and I was debating whether or not to go there in the overworld to get a little bit more of a sense of adventure or just go through the Nether. And I think right now I'm just going to go through the Nether because I want to get the portal set up. But I do think that eventually I do want to make that trek all the way out. Just because I think that it would be a little bit more exciting and fun to do rather than just going through the boring Nether roof all the time. So I'm going to go down here, gather a little bit more obsidian if I can find a lava pool. And then we're going to head through the Nether and start making our way all the way out to the new location. And we're here. Now these cords that I picked out are pretty much in the center of the plains area that I want to build. The plains kind of wrap around a couple different biomes, but if we go, I actually don't know which direction it is, but one of these directions you can start to see ice biome, which I don't really want to see. However, I think if we do end up having to extend out that far, I think that we could probably cover it just with the forest and trees and stuff, and we could kind of block it and manipulate how you see everything around here, which is something I want to work on. Just like from certain views, I want to like force a certain perspective so you can get some more life added to this. Now we'll just go into free cam a little bit, and we can start to see how much terraforming this is going to need. Because I want to make this like a forest with also like some mountains or something. Scale needs to change with these hills. I'll probably tear them down even and make custom ones. Lava needs to be cleaned up, caves need to be covered, probably lakes, maybe even rivers reshaped, covered up, and like I might redirect certain rivers to make a certain flow, pun intended, throughout the entire national park. Now I don't know if I want to continue calling it like a national park just because well, there's no nation, and I don't know that it's going to be necessarily a park because it has cabins and stuff, but I kind of want it to just be wilderness. You could kind of rent a cabin if we're trying to give this some realism, but I think this is a perfect area, and maybe we could even convert some of these areas such as this pillager outpost, and I think there's another one somewhere around here in this plains, either into a farm or just tear it down and try and light it up so that they don't spawn. But all these different structures like the villages, there's one right there, and then I think there's one right over there. Yep. And this pillager outpost, it gives us a bunch of opportunities to choose what we do, and we even have some allays that we could probably make a farm with, even though I don't really like them, but we can make something fun out of them. But yeah, I think this landscape is perfect for what we want to do, just because it's less digging and we can more just shape it how we want by building on rather than digging and then building. And I think tearing down these little hills, but also kind of following the same landscape could work really well for us. Like possibly making a valley straight through here, I think would look really cool. Or maybe over here too, make a little like basin sort of thing. So there are many, many ideas to come for later in this season. And this is going to be our final base location in our mega base. It's just rather than one huge base, it'll be one whole landscape. So everywhere you can see from here will be completely terraformed and completely redone in a certain way and very particular painting almost on this landscape. So the perfect view is created. But I just wanted to come out here just to kind of see the landscape, kind of give an idea of what we're going to do. Maybe shape some more ideas just by looking at the area. I think it would probably like shoot some ideas into my head, give me time to think about it. So I think I want to head back, and there's a few farms I want to make, such as probably a bee farm, because the copper that we're using in the Nether hub needs to be waxed, and we're going to need a lot of wax. So I'm going to head back and find a way to make a bee farm, because I've never done it before, so we'll see how it goes. Welcome to this week's segment of my file got corrupted because I did something stupid. Now I have to explain it. I built a bee farm. It's really simple. It's literally just, I'll explain it super quick. So basically, the beehive fills up with honey. It sends out a comparator signal. Or it sends out a signal that the comparator can read. Once that is full, it'll extend the signal all the way to this dispenser with shears, which collects the wax. If we needed honey at any time, like honey bottles, we can fill this with bottles instead. This is filled with extra shears, and so are all of these. So we have plenty of shears. This will run for quite a while. And I AFK'd for a bit, so we got this. That's basically what happened, and I'm going to stop messing up my recording so they stop being corrupted. But now that we did that, I think we can, not that one, but this one, we can use that on the copper, so we can wax it in the Nether hub. And I need to go convert all this concrete powder into actual concrete, and then I think we're just gonna go build another hub. I am using Lightmatica just to make this go by a whole lot faster, and I believe that with Lightmatica I can do a little thing called, nope, not there. It is actually, yes, it should be toggle. Here we go, easy place toggle. So with this, let's just do left arrow. I can basically just hold down right click and replace whatever block here I need, so I can do a whole lot less work. And since I've already designed it, I just kind of want to get this Nether hub done, because it is not my main priority. So I should be able to press this and just hold down right click, and I can do all of this a whole lot faster. So I'm gonna start a little bit of a time lapse super quick, and I'll get back to you once this is done. This is what I've gotten done so far. Only things we're missing is pretty much like for this main part, like minus the tunnels that we're going to be doing probably later because I don't want to spend even more time on this and I want to get this episode out since it's been a hot minute. And so we need like the acacia, just pillars that go up right here. I think that's the only main part missing, and I did change the roof design because I was thinking about how there's no way out of like the nether hub itself, and we do sometimes need to access the nether below. It's not just for getting around up here to other places in the overworld, and we didn't have a way out, and I didn't want to just make a tunnel, like a hole in the wall. So I decided, instead of doing the black concrete top, I just did this circle of tuff and a hole in the middle and extended these chains to kind of make it look like these chains just go off into nothing, holding this place up. So yeah, I just opened this up. So once we get elytras, we could fly out and get underneath, and we'll build out all these tunnels later. I just don't have the basalt or the ice or the time to do it in this episode. It's probably going to be a thing that will be done either on stream or just over the course of the season. So yeah, this is what I've got, and I tried to place as much string around as I could because I think it still spawn proofs. So everywhere up here where there were spawnable blocks, there's now string all along the top, hopefully stopping any spawns, and same with down here and on the top of those. And we also have these custom armor stands with names showing the directions, and we'll do this for every portal where it displays what's there rather than doing signs. I just think that it adds a little bit of variety to the normal signs and stuff. It's a little stretched for vanilla, but I think it looks good. So yeah, this is what we got. I think that's gonna be it though. Yeah, so that's it for episode 5. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.